they're just speeding us up, making it difficult for us to execute our offense. And, you know, that's who they are. That's who we know they are. So a lot of credit to Boston defensively of just adjusting the game in the fourth quarter. We knew they were playing last. They played last night. Our MO was to come out and try and wear them down and use a lot of pace and use a lot of ball movement. And they mustered up enough energy in the fourth quarter to apply pressure, and it really affected us.
Coach, with a night like tonight, what are some teachable moments or some takeaways that you can take from tonight's game to really share with your young guys moving forward and progressing and getting better for the future?
I thought it was, it was encouraging to see when the scrum occurred and the double tech occurred. It was encouraging to see our guys band together. I think that the lesson is after everything gets settled, we have to be the composed team. I thought they were intentionally trying to make the game a little more physical and get under our skin a little bit, because we were hard to guard for a while. And after everything settled, we had 2 back-to-back plays. I think one was a turnover, and Dre, I think, got a shot blocked on the second, where we were just out of sync and didn't execute what we wanted to offensively, and that kind of gave them some momentum and really put a bug in their ear to just apply more pressure. And that's kind of what happened, I thought, from that moment on.
Coach, it looks like after the smart second technical, it looked like the team, Boston looked like to get a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more stay at the pace. So what were your thoughts after that about the technical and about?
Well, yeah, again, I thought the tech was them just trying to be more physical and see if they could bother and affect what we were doing offensively. And it worked. For a moment I thought it worked. It did bother us. We sped ourselves up and we started to play. Really, we didn't execute for a couple possessions. And so I think the teaching point for all of our guys is that at that moment, that's really what we want to execute. We have them rattled. They're trying to be physical. It's a great opportunity to use their aggression and try and bait, get fouls. They shot 17 second half free throws. I think we only shot 6. So it kept us on our heels. We stayed on the perimeter, and that's why we had 41 3 attempts. We love shooting the 3, but we also want to get to the foul line and get into the paint. We were unable to do that in the second half.
Coach, you guys came out the gate firing in the first quarter and in the second quarter. Things seemed to slow down a bit in the second half. What do you see change late in the third quarter and moving into the fourth quarter?
They switched a lot defensively, and it slowed us down. I thought we were thinking a little bit more than we needed to, and what you saw in the OKC game was movement. What you saw in the first half of tonight was movement. We stopped moving. We were easier to guard because they were switching, and we didn't put as much pressure on them with our movement.
What exactly did happen between Marcus and
I have no idea. I really don't. I think that happens in NBA games where, there's a little chirping that goes on out there, and then there's a little more chirping. I thought it was a double tech that they were talking. There was nothing after that other than words, so not sure what led to the intense. I don't know. I have no idea why. Marcus was aggressive and wanted to run after guys, so it was part of NBA basketball, I guess.
That's a good bench from Alex Len off the bench, including a nice stretch in the fourth quarter. What did you see from Alex?
Just, he presented at the rim. There was a stretch where they were really small and we were switching everything, and then when we brought Alex in, they kind of forced their hand. I thought Baines did a good job of affecting the game as well, but having Alex out there when Baines was there, Alex was able to give us a couple easy baskets, present at the rim, he rebounded well. I thought our guys played well. I just thought we buckled a little bit in the second half, especially after the tech and all of the fourth quarter.
Down the stretch, you said that the team likes to shoot the 3, but down the stretch, do you think that with it being a 1-point or 3-point game that the team was settling for those jump shots?
No, I thought Dre had 2 wide open looks. Dwayne had one in the corner. You can always second guess after the fact, but if they're open, I want them shooting it. I just thought the initial part of our offense, we didn't move the defense enough. So they were there on the ball. The passes were getting there a little bit tougher. There was a little more of a contest on all of the shots. I just didn't think we had the right execution in the fourth quarter.
When you talk about movement, is that ball movement, player movement, both?
Ball movement. We had 19 assists in the first half. We showed 4 clips, and a lot of them were of those 19 assists, just emphasizing we were getting the ball from one side of the floor to the second side of the floor. Whether it was because of a back cut, a reversal, or just a flat-out reversal, and someone was able to penetrate, but the ball was able to move from one side of the floor to the next. We didn't have that in the second half. So it doesn't matter if it's ball movement or body movement. We want the defense, but a lot of time we're trying to get the help side defense out of the way, and that's why John didn't have as explosive a game. We didn't move the defense. They were able to take him out of it, so we ended up with a lot of threes.
Coach, after a win or a loss, we've always heard you say, it's on to the next one. And the next game, of course, on Monday will be on MLK Day. It's one of the biggest nights or afternoons in the NBA. This will be your first time here in Atlanta actually coaching on MLK Day. I know the game plan may not change on the court or in between the lines, but can you talk to us briefly about the honor of playing for the Atlanta Hawks and playing in the city of Atlanta where Martin Luther King was born, raised, and had such a big impact?
Yeah, I think obviously it's a special day to honor the legacy, to honor Dr. King. To do it here in the city of Atlanta is really special. I was in Memphis for 2 years, where the museum is there. So I understand the impact of having that game and being able to host a game. It does bring a lot of attention. It should bring a lot of attention to the city and the history of what Dr. King was able to do. We'll do something for the guys. We've done a lot for the guys about the civil rights movement, about Dr. King, about Ambassador Young, all the guys, all the people that were a part of it. So it's another opportunity really for us to reflect, to converse, to have conversation about the history of Atlanta, and specifically with the civil rights movement and obviously about Dr. King.
Thanks, Coach.
You got it.